The Seahawks offense is ready to make the final push for a Super Bowl trophy. But how did that happen? The Seahawks offense has been explosive all season long, especially in the passing game. Jaxon Smith-Njigba's Offensive Player of the Year campaign is plenty proof of that. But now, with a Super Bowl trophy in sight, the offense is more than just taking big shots. The overall cohesion of the offense, from run and pass marriage to personnel usage to play design, that's what's really come into focus. So let's get into why Seattle's offense has what it takes to get this thing over the finish line. A great offense can smell blood in the water. They know when and why to attack certain defenders, and if done right, even the simplest tactics will do. Let's start with a two-play sequence on the opening drive. Now, to start this play, right before the snap, Sam Darnold is going to push out this running back out into the flat. He's going to get a little bit of an indication that nobody's really running with him, probably going to get some zone coverage here. And out of that zone, these two safeties here at the top, they're going to be playing a little bit of quarters coverage, and they're going to be flying down a little bit. It's a 3rd and 5 here. They're really just trying to make sure they can play everything in front of them. Now, what that leaves is on the right-hand side for the offense is we've got cornerback Darius Williams here in one-on-one coverage against Rashid Shaheed. He's going to run a go ball straight down the sideline. Sam Darnold, knowing that both of these safeties are kind of playing downhill over the middle of the field, he's going to take his one-on-one shot. Boom. He's going to hit that one for a huge 51-yard gain. Now, the next play is the real magic. As the Seahawks come up to call their next play, they spend most of their time huddled up and really only sprint up to the line of scrimmage to get into an under center formation with about 7 or 8 seconds left on the clock. So the tempo, the two tight end set they're showing, the tight wide receiver split to the left, it's all telling us run. And we actually do have a called run here. Kenneth Walker is going to sprint out to the left-hand side, look like he's taking a run. You're going to see the entire offensive line blocked that way. But to the top of our screen, that's where the action is really happening. Jaxon Smith-Njigba is going to be on what we call an alert smoke screen, now screen, hitch screen, whatever you want to call it. But he's really just going to take a step back, look straight at the quarterback. And if Sam Darnold likes the matchup, he can throw it to him immediately. Now, the reason this is a good call in this instance is, one, the Rams like to play their corners 8 to 10 yards off the ball in off coverage. And you see that here with the cornerback at the top of the screen, Darius Williams. Now, it's also important from a player perspective because Darius Williams, he's the player who gave up a 51-yard gain on the previous play. Do you think he's ready to tackle one of the best receivers in the league on a quick now screen? Probably not. And so the Seahawks are going to take advantage of that. Sam Darnold is going to take the snap, spit that ball out to JSN really quickly. They're going to get right into the red zone off of that play. It's also important for a play caller to sprinkle in some flexible play designs that are both simple to execute, but difficult for the other team to defend. Packaged plays and run pass options are a really effective way to do that. And better yet, those calls can be repeated because of the flexibility in their design. Take Seattle's first play of the game, for instance. They're set to the right hash with 2 players over on that side of the formation, and to the left-hand side in the backfield, we actually have Jaxon Smith-Njigba in this pistol sidecar look. And right before the snap, he's going to kind of short motion out to the left. They're going to threaten a little quick screen out to that side to him. But also we have Kenneth Walker in the backfield, and Seattle is actually going to be running a run play to the right, to the inside, that they can hand off to Kenneth Walker. And so Sam Darnold is going to have a decision make. Do I hand it off to Kenneth Walker? Do I throw it to Jaxon Smith-Njigba? Now, on this instance, Sam Darnold is going to end up handing the ball off because we've got Quentin Lake down here. We've got another corner over here. And then this safety, Cam Curl, is actually going to creep down a little bit before the line of scrimmage. So they've kind of got a 3-over-2. Sam Darnold really doesn't want to end up throwing that. So we're going to run the play. He's just going to hand it off. They're going to get 5 yards. Nothing sexy, but that's a good stay on track play. Then in the middle of the 3rd quarter on a 2nd and 1, the Seahawks go back to the same call, from the same formation, from the same hash even. We've got this pistol sidecar formation with Jaxon Smith-Njigba to the left-hand side. You've got 2 players tied to the formation to the right-hand side. And again, right before the snap, they're going to push him out, kind of threaten this little screen, and have this called design run to the right-hand side for Kenneth Walker. Now, the difference here is what the defense is giving us. Again, we've got a deep corner out here, but he's playing really far off, and so he might not be ready to immediately tackle. We've got a nickel corner down here, but really the extra safety help for the Rams is actually over on the right-hand side. So Sam Darnold sees this and goes, hey, I've got a lot of room to go and throw that ball. So instead of handing it off to Kenneth Walker in this instance, he's actually going to take the snap, push JSN out on the motion, spit it out to him, and the Seahawks are going to pick up a very easy 12 yards. And how about Jaxon Smith-Njigba, a wide receiver, being in the backfield for those 2 plays? It's pretty rare for a wide receiver as it is. Now, what if I showed you how the Seahawks consistently find ways to put JSN in the backfield and still make him a threat down the field? So the Seahawks start this red zone play actually with JSN split out to the right-hand side, but he's going to motion and kind of be over here near the left hash. So I'm going to clear the screen, move him over there. We're going to get him just next to the quarterback to the left-hand side. So all the way out to the left, we have Rashid Shaheed, our speedster. He's going to run vertically up into the end zone, and really he's going to kind of start bending it a little bit as he gets towards the end zone. He's going to be taking that corner that's right over him, and he's also going to be trying to occupy that safety on the left hash, make sure that he stays there and he can't widen out. Now our slot receiver here, Cooper Kupp, he's going to start pushing to the flat, and then he's going to pivot back towards the inside. And really what he's trying to do is he's trying to keep this slot player, Quentin Lake, number 37, he's trying to keep him occupied, make sure that nobody is floating up into the end zone to get under Jaxon Smith-Njigba's route. They're actually going to slip JSN out. He's going to kind of bend a little bit to the flat, and then he's just going to take it up and run this corner out into the left-hand side. And really the only guy left to defend him is this linebacker here, Nate Landman, over the left hash. And so when we clear the screen and roll the play, Nate Landman is just going to kind of pass this off, thinking he's got other help, and JSN is wide open for a touchdown right before the half. The Seahawks offense has reached a gear that can win them the Super Bowl. The scheme is well designed. Offensive coordinator Klint Kubiak's game sense as a play caller continues to shine. There's plenty of individual firepower in this offense between Jaxon Smith-Njigba, Kenneth Walker, and Sam Darnold. Maybe nobody outside of the building thought that the Seahawks offense could reach these heights, but here they are, just one game away from hoisting a Lombardi trophy. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't yet, go and check out some of our other video breakdowns from earlier this season. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, throw us a comment with what you think we should cover next.